Fuck you. Getting tired, boss. With sessions like this, where it's not about plot, it's about just hitting an objective, I'm less inclined to hit my 3-hour mark. So I might call it quits here in a little bit, but I'd really like to get past the first wave. I gotta figure out how to make money off this thing. I really want to. Ganondorf looking at all his pig soldiers. Please stop throwing rocks. It's very rude. Fuck it. I hate those charges so much. They annoy me so much. I can't express it. It's so annoying. I think I would be past this wave by now if it weren't for the charges. I really think that's how debilitating they are. This is bigotry. This is bigotry against Hylians. This is not okay, guys. You're gonna lose subscriber if you keep this up. Bless America. I think I learned the wrong lesson from several runs ago when my first reattempt with the twirlies went really, really well, and now I'm like, this is the only way I can do this. This is the best possible way to get through all this. Because now I'm having doubts, but it's too late now. Sunk costs. It's not a fallacy if you believe it. God. On God. Dude, it's so hot in here and I can't turn the AC on or it'll ruin the audio. I'm sweating. It's not because I'm stressed. I'm stressed, but not enough to sweat. I'm hot enough to sweat because it's very hot in here. But I suffer for you. So in a way, if you're watching this for the entertainment value, I guess you're engaging in schadenfreude. Unless I've wronged you in the past, in which case you're just enjoying the concept of karma. Nope, not like that, Link. You gotta do better than that. Golly! Link! Could you please move faster, my perfect boy? Now all the archers are active. So I've done my job. Saw that other one take an aim. God, 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 on God. No cap. Hated that. Hated that experience. Golly. Golly Moses. What have you done to me? Guys, it's the end of August and we still don't have a date for when Attack on Titan is ending. I don't think it's ending. I think they're going to push it back and say, alright, it's 2024 now, sorry. They're just going to keep finding ways to prevent this franchise from ending. I just feel it in my bones. They're like, well, the writer's strike is affecting things. And they're like, your production is completely uninvolved in Hollywood. Why would you need that? If you have to delay the dub, that makes sense, because that's English actors, but you should be able to produce the finale without needing English writers. And they're gonna be like, sorry, we can't. We've run into issues because of the writer's strike. Sorry. 2025. And anytime someone brings up like why that's not an excuse for you not being able to release it, they push it back by another year. I feel like that's how they work. Wow, that's a really big radius. I really didn't think big guy would get hit by that. Not that it matters. Not that any of this really matters. I really wish the game over music was different. That's actually, of all the things that they're reusing from Breath of the Wild, that's really one of those details of, like, it would be fun if you spruced that up a little bit more. I know they have the weird kind of portal symbol behind the game over screen, but, like, the music's exactly the same, the font's exactly the same. Like, you could tweak it just a little bit to put a little extra spin on it. I don't know. That's one specific thing I'm a little bit bummed by. Wow, nice. Mutual damage. That's really cool for this giant weapon where the whole point is that it does hit stun as soon as you hit the enemy. That's really entertaining to see that. That's really cool and entertaining that happened. I'm also the kind of guy who, like... I really don't love it when games reuse things, and if it would not have taken much effort to change it. Like... It just needs slightly new music. It can even have the same melody. I just want a slightly new mix on the game over music. And, like, I'm the kind of guy... I've never played a Dark Souls game. I've seen people play it. I know, like, what the feedback loop is like. I just don't think it's for me, guys. Before you try to convince me to play it, I truly don't think I would get as much enjoyment out of it as most people do. It's just not for me, and... That's okay. But something that does legitimately, for the most part, it's just like, I accept that it's not for me. One thing that's like, oh, I consider that, like, kind of obnoxious, is the idea, like, watching Bloodborne and then watching Elden Ring, and the idea that, like, the same fucking font shows up every single time you kill a boss fight. And I get part of it is, like, that's the appeal of FromSoft games, or whatever it's called. Which also, this is beside the point, but FromSoft, very strange name for a company. I don't know what's going on there. But that's not the point. I'm not trying to criticize that. It's just some witty commentary for you. I get that part of it is like, oh, it's like I'm playing Dark Souls. But... when the font is exactly the same and the music is pretty much exactly the same, it's like, why? Then you're not even playing... The idea that Elden Ring... Everyone talks about how Elden Ring is the best game I ever played. And I should probably play it before I make any judgments. I've seen gameplay of it, and it's like, yeah, that's pretty much Dark Souls again. And I'm sure... I know the lore is different. I know J.R.R. Martin worked on the lore, and that makes it magical and lovely. But, like... at its core, it feels very much just like more Dark Souls. Which is fine if you love Dark Souls, but... I don't know, there are aspects to what I've seen of Elden Ring that's like, I don't understand what I get out of this game that I don't already get out of Dark Souls. And when the font that shows up when you defeat a boss is the exact same as in all of those games, it really, really feels like, okay, it's more of the same. And again, for some people that's enough. For a lot of people, apparently that's enough, because people love Elden Ring, and they love Dark Souls 2, and they love Dark Souls 3. And they love Bloodborne. And Bloodborne at least has, like, guns and stuff. Clearly the whole genre is different, and there's different, like, types of enemy designs that are clearly more eldritch horror than they are dark fantasy. But all of those games just seem so similar that it kind of baffles me that every single time a new one comes out, everyone is fawning over it. I don't know. It probably is tied to the fact that I just don't like the original iteration, so I'm not going to like any iterations of that iteration. So it's probably me just being an angry old man yelling at clouds, and I apologize if you really like all those games. I'm not trying to say your taste in video games is bad. I'm just saying it bothers me that all those games seem so similar. And I'm sure there's lots of, like, differences that are easy to spot if you're a fan of all the games, but on the surface level and from gameplay I've seen, and it's not that I've seen very little. I've seen a good amount of gameplay of all these games. And it just feels very samey to me. It feels very Mumford & Sons of... If you like the sound of Mumford & Sons, you're gonna like a lot of their music, because it all sounds the same. So if you're a Mumford & Sons fan, more power to you. But if anyone says, I don't really like how Mumford & Sons, I don't like their general sound, that just doesn't do it for me, I don't know, I'd get kind of annoyed if one of my friends kept being like, well, you have to check out their newest album. It completely reinvents it. And then you listen and it's like, this sounds exactly the same as the first Mumford & Sons album I listened to. I don't know. You know what I mean? I guess what I'm saying is, I don't want to judge you for enjoying any of From Software's games. If you ever see me in real life, and the topic comes up, and I say, yeah, I don't think those games are for me, please leave it at that. Don't try to sell me on it, because that will annoy me. I guess that's kind of what it comes down to, I suppose. And to anyone who has not listened to this, it's not their fault if they accidentally annoy me. But if you listen to this, and you still choose to do what I've just told you to do, then it's your fault, and you are being annoying. It's your prerogative to not do that, now that I've told you. How did that guy tank it? I know he's got a shield, but... Ooh, I knocked that rock back, nice. Yeah. That was just a very badly timed wind-up. We're 10 minutes away from 3 hours. I might as well try to hit it. Whew. A couple more tries. Really? God. Fuck it. Really thought he would stop, but apparently he can charge for full 50 meters. I quite liked Oppenheimer. I thought it was a very well made movie that I did think was I really liked it. I read interviews where they were like, yeah, those sex scenes were essential. And look, I know what I'm about. I find Florence Pugh very attractive. I don't know if all of those scenes were absolutely essential. That's my hot take. That's my hot Oppenheimer take. Was I complaining about them? No. Did I think they were necessary? Also no. Whoa. Didn't even mean to do that. I'm going to clear out those archers now. Golly! Every single time I'm about to charge it up, that's right when one of them chooses to strike. It's all about the timing, and I'm just timing it very badly. Consistently, I'm timing it badly. I should keep in mind that I don't have to go until my stamina is full. If I've eliminated most of the moblins around me and it's just the big guy, I can just end this swing and do the shockwave. That should send him stumbling still. And I'll technically have a slight amount of stamina left over, although not much. That's brutal. That's brutal. Take a look at this. What the hell? Come on, man. If you haven't seen Oppenheimer, I'm gonna give you a... This is not even really a spoiler, it's just kind of wild. Lots of characters just flat out call him Oppie, which I don't know if that was a nickname in real life, but I feel like the lead up to the movie, everyone was jokingly calling it Oppie as a joke. Some people who, for whatever reason, thought this was more catchy than the word Barbenheimer were using Oppie instead of Boppenheimer to refer to the double feature of those two. Barbenheimer by far is the better way to refer to those two movies, but some people were using Oppie to refer to Barbenheimer, and other people were just using Oppie to refer to the movie just because it sounds cute. But like, no, that's actually what characters in the movie call him, like, in many scenes. It's kind of weird. God, that was a one-horn too. Even worse. Taken down by a lowly one-horn. Papa Triceratops would be so disappointed. However many Land Before Time movies you think there are, there's more. There's more. I want you, and I don't want you to try and game it now that I've already said that. I want you, like, your honest guess, if I had not said anything, and someone had just come up and asked you, like, hey, for $5, can you try to guess how many Land Before Time movies there are? Come up with that number in your head. Don't try to overshoot now that you know that there's more than you'd expect. Come up with your honest answer. Think of that in your head. Okay, the answer, I believe, is 24. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've double-checked. I believe there are 24 Land Before Time movies. Just wild. It's insane. If I'm wrong, I'll put a disclaimer in the description. Check the description. Don't listen to me. This is off the top of my head, and I can't remember when I double-checked how many movies there were. That's just what I think. I remember last time being surprised how many there were, and my brain is telling me, yeah, you were surprised because it was 24. And I could be wrong. Don't listen to me. Just check the description. Or look it up yourself. I don't fucking care. It's still probably more than you thought. That's the point of all this. I bet these guys have never seen Land Before Time, and that's kind of sad that I'm killing all of them before they have the opportunity. But also, they were asking for it. Look at them. Look at them. Are those the eyes of someone whose heart would be touched by the first Land Before Time movie? I think as a child I saw the first one for sure at some point, but in terms of the ones my family actually owned, I think we had Land Before Time 4? I don't know for sure. I remember they all go to like a magical cave or something. It's a journey to go find a cave, I think. I want to say it was either the 4th or 6th one, I think. Or maybe 5th. Somewhere in the, original trilogy range. That's brutal, and I hate it. Fall off. God damn it. God damn it. Fuck it. Okay. Knowing how many other weapons are being dropped, I would be okay if I managed that. And in fact, I might start strategizing to see if I can make that happen. Because again, I don't have to use up my full stamina. I keep doing that just because it helps me get the most hits in, but I don't have to keep doing that. So if I can get him close to the edge, and then like double up on the shockwave, that might be helpful. So if I manage to get Big Boy over to the edge again, I might focus my energy on that. God damn it. What's even the point? What? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, scrap this one. Throw the whole thing away. Supposed to be able to do that mid-spin. You're not supposed to be able to do that mid-spin. You're not supposed to be able to do that. I don't know if you're allowed to do that. I meant for that to be a spear. I selected the wrong thing there. I selected my sword attached to spear, foolishly. Nope. That was rude when he shot that arrow earlier, so I'm gonna kill you. Whew. Golly, where'd you even come from? I didn't see that. Which makes it unfair. It's not that I wasn't paying attention. It's that the game was being unfair when that happened. Actually. Try. Ooh, that's a 3-horn down. Probably about time to take care of those archers, eh? God! Ugh. Fuck you. I saw you. I saw you when you did that. Fuck you. Alright. One more good try. We're over the 3-hour limit. Not limit. I've gone way over that before, but we've hit the mark that I generally try to go to for recordings. You ever just do something over and over for 3 straight hours and it doesn't really hit you until you like think about it like that? That like, oh, that's an absurd amount of time to be spending on this. Anyways. I'm gonna kill you. Told you. Oh, big guy hasn't even come up to us yet. try. Keep moving, Link. One more, because I felt that one. Whether it's good or bad. Whether it's good or bad, this will be the last one for the night. Because I felt that one. Could feel it in my bones that was going to be it. And then I got taken out by a 3-horned guy with a sword that he built. I don't feel good about that one, but a promise is a promise, including promises you make with yourself. So, that's going to be it for tonight. Good night, everybody. Wow, what a shitty one to end on. See ya.